Sawadee krap. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. It's Monday, December 24th, Christmas Eve, and I'm your host, JP Mestanza, with the news you need to know. A group of alleged drug dealers who were believed to target migrant fishing crews in Phuket, they're now all behind bars after a series of raids by anti-narcotics officers. The raids began last Wednesday night at about 11:30 p.m., with officers raiding an address near the Rasada Pier in the east side of Phuket town, arresting one man with several grams of crystal meth, and the arrests continued for several days, ending on Saturday night at a home in Phuket town. All in all, over 2,000 tablets of methamphetamine, 12 grams of crystal meth, and kratom juice were all seized, while 9 suspects in total were arrested. After last week's story of an alleged gang rape of a 12-year-old girl in Strasbourg province by 5 teenagers, headlines around the country painted some of the police in a bad light for their supposed inaction over the issue. Well, now the Crime Suppression Division is stepping up efforts to combat sexual assault. Earlier this month, a 12-year-old girl was allegedly raped by 5 teenage boys, and the girl's father was charged after he confronted the boys, allegedly assaulting one of them and 2 of their relatives, as local police were accused of trying to swipe the case under the rug. Well, now the CSD chief, Police Major General Jirabob Buridej, says they're now stepping up efforts to arrest sex offenders with outstanding warrants for raping underage girls, and in just 3 days have nabbed several men, including a grandfather who allegedly raped his 8-year-old niece, who was said to have given her expensive gifts to buy her silence. In another case, a 37-year-old man was arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting 7 underage girls. All of these people had outstanding warrants for their arrests, and authorities are now also going to monitor sex offenders after they are released from prison. The government's 1 million house campaign proved so popular that demand outstripped the plan's credit line by 50 billion baht, as thousands across the country stood on long queues for hours yesterday to take advantage of low-interest government loans that was only available for 1 day. Yesterday, several thousand nationwide scrambled to secure rights to buy new homes under the government's 1 million house campaign, aimed at giving earners better access to low-interest loans. And while the government had set aside 41 billion baht for the project, by 4 p.m. yesterday, just an hour before officials were to stop receiving applications, the number of loan requests more than doubled and stood at 91 billion baht. The campaign was aimed at people who earn 25,000 baht a month or less, allowing them to apply for loans with a flat interest rate of 3% over the initial 5 years, and applications were being accepted at government housing bank branches nationwide. So many applied that a few shoving matches took place and tension was high, but now the bank has 90 days to whittle down the list of applications to those who qualify. Sit tight, Phuket Extra will be right back after this.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.
Welcome back to Phuket Extra. Preparations are now being made for the funeral ceremony of the 45-year-old Thai tourist who was shot dead by a lone attacker at the Christmas market in Strasbourg, France, back on December 11th. The body of 45-year-old Anupong Suebsaman was returned back to his family in Thailand on Saturday morning, as 2 monks invited by the victim's family performed a religious ceremony at the air cargo facility as soon as the body arrived at the airport in Samut Prakan province. Anupang was one of 3 people killed when a gunman sprayed bullets into the crowd at the famed market in the city in eastern France on December 11, while 12 others were hurt in the attack. Anupang died on the way to the hospital, while his wife, both of whom had only just arrived in France, she escaped unhurt. The Customs Department has, over the last few years, intercepted several shipments of exotic and illegal wildlife items, like actual wildlife, or things like rhino horns and elephant ivory. But last week, they got something a little more slippery. Over 1 million European eels were intercepted last week by customs officials, with 3 crates seized on Wednesday and another 3 crates again on Thursday, all worth over $1.2 million, and the eels are listed as critically endangered by the EU, having dropped their numbers by 95% in the last 40 years alone. Officials say the eels were shipped to Thailand from Romania, but the investigation is ongoing and no suspects have been arrested. And that's it for Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit pvcphuket.com. From all of us here at the Phuket News Center, thank you for watching and have a Merry, Merry Christmas. We'll catch you back tomorrow on Christmas for all the news you missed today and a little bit tomorrow. Till tomorrow, stay classy, Phuket.
Patong's favorite steakhouse for the past 20 years. For more, find Sam's Steaks and Grill on Facebook. When you think of steaks, think Sam's.